Hello everybody, hope you're doing marvellously well. So, I'm a little late to the party. Over the years I have used amp emulations and amp simulations. In fact, in the late 90s, of course, there was Amp Farm, for those of you who remember that. I do use Sans Amp from time to time, but I use a lot of amplifiers. When I was at NAMM this year, I went to the Waves booth and they had the PRS modeling amps there. There's 3 different models and I got to jam and play with them and they sounded fantastic. So Waves very generously sent us these modeling amps to try. So now we're going to open up and play with them. As ever, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, go to Produce Like a Pro and download a whole bunch of free goodies. All right, I've got a song open here, so I'm going to open it up and play some guitar to this song and just mess around with the amps. Completely in the box, input 3. We'll call this Waves Guitar, rather exciting. Now there's 3 different amps. The over-the-top rock one is what I'm most interested in playing with because, you know, I'm a rock guitar player. I want to have some fun. And I believe that is the Archon. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm sure you can all correct me if I'm wrong. And let's go into record here. Okay, so here it is on clean. So, pretty tasty, very straightforward, no crunch, completely clean. There's a tuner on here. Let's use the tuner. There's the on-off. So here's a plugin. There's a part of the plugin I didn't realize. So there's an off, tuner off, but the mute here actually mutes the whole plugin. So on for the tuner. So if you accidentally find, like I just did, that the whole plugin is muted, it's because you hit the mute on the tuner. All right, so let's hit the boost. That's like a total mid-range boost. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's bring up the volume here. I'm going to take that boost off for a second. Oh, look. So there's gain control here. Output stage is crunching a little bit much. Turn that down. Oh, wow. So it looks like this is kind of like where I like to use a boost pedal coming into my amp. I'll often do that, so that's kind of a nice thing to do. Obviously there's an input gain down here as well. There's a level. Let's have, and some shapes. Let's look at those shapes. That's nicer on the low mid. Yeah, it's pretty tasty. Little high MIDI. Kind of. I think I like that second one best. No. 3. What's this? Interesting. So there's an overall level. Okay, so that's kind of a cool function. Now, what's this tube here? Oh, nice. Bias, speed, sag. I mean, far be it for me, who's not an expert on these things, they have done a lot of stuff here to emulate the amp. It's pretty crazy. The bias. Wow. This is pretty tasty. Okay. So that's boosting into the lead channel. Wow. More bass, a little less mid-range, presence up. Oh, that's kind of fun. Now, there's a gate here. Now, these are the cabinets that, what we have. Oh, there's audio input here. Wait, there's auto input. I'll turn it on. I don't know what that did, but it just sounded great going over to 5. Now, we've got 2 sets of cabinets here. One's defaulted to 6, one's defaulted to 4. So, let's try. I'm going to turn this cabinet off, so we're only listening to the first cabinet. Cabinets make such a huge difference. It's all the same amp, but just a different IR, different impulse response. Oh, it's just... It's making a huge difference. Crazy. All right, and then let's turn that one off. And then. There's like loads of different things here. Oh, input's pretty high. Okay, this is what's fun for me. Oh, there's an air level here. Interesting. This is what's fun for us here, is if we go and load in cabinets. We can load in our own IRs, which is rather exciting because we have our own IRs. Lancaster Audio is a company that I have with Glenn Fricker and Rosen Digital. And now I've had all of my cabs modeled out there. So now I've got an amp sound that I like. I can basically pick the Marshall 160, which is my favorite cab out there, and put that on one of them. And then on the other one, I could choose my tone tubby. I've got AC15s and Bogners and AC30s, but turn that on. Let's just mix. This is just a Marshall. All right, there's so many controls and stuff I can do here. Okay, so let's go, let's blend it all the way over to the tone tubby. I can blend the two together. Great. Okay, so that's all the crunch stuff. Let's leave those cabs up. Let's go over to lead. Crazy. Wow. That's just insane. Give it that a second. Take the presence up. Take depth down. Master. Bit more treble. All right, cool. So we're on our same IRs here. I'm going to go on to the 160. Oh, it's so good. Thank you, Waves. When Alex came in here and made these cabs with us, he said that the 160, this was one of the best 160s he's ever heard. Waves is going to be one of the most responsive, and I'm not an expert on this, but this feels really good. All right, I'm just gonna have some silly fun with this. I love this. Well, you know what? We'll go over to the tone tubby, have a listen. Together. There's a time fix and a phase fix already lit up there, and it sounds great. So they must be doing something. I don't think there should be any time or phase fix, but it's doing it. You know, let's just try some lead here. So there's another lead playing there. Let's get rid of that. That's so much fun. It's a little loud. You know what? I'm going to put a little, talking of waves, I'm going to put a little, let's put a little H delay on this. Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. Bring it down to here. This is fun. Total nonsense, but I love it. This is fantastic. You know, I love amps. I love amps. I have Marshalls. I have lots of gear, but what I do love is quick and easy use. I can just go between sounds so easily. All right, so I'm having too much fun here. I'm having some silliness. That was a completely over the top, made absolutely no sense solo. All right, so let's turn off the H delay for a second. Let's go through some of the other amps. Really, really great. That Archon just sounds fantastic. Really, really nice. All right, moving on. Here's the Dallas. We haven't tried this yet. Let's have a listen to the Dallas. It's a clean, nice. Oh, they have a reverb. That's nice. I'm going to put a boost on. Mid-rangey. Okay. Let's go up next, turn on the reverb. Subtle reverb. Go to the tube here. Let's just mess around. One thing I will say is I haven't messed with the latency, it just worked. Turn on the bright. That's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Really, really like that. All right, let's load up some of our IRs for Schnitz and Schniggles. You know what, I'm gonna go for an AC30. There's 3 different positions here, so I'm gonna go for the number 1 is right on the cone, actually, typically where I put it. And then number 2 is slightly off. So let's go to the other one. Let's go to the Marshall. Let's go to the Bogner. It's the Bogner 412. So here's the Bogner only. I like that. Free guess if you know what that is. That reverb's pretty crazy there. Okay, so let's go over to the AC30 cab. 100%. Oh, I like that. This amp works with the AC30. All right, let's blend the two together. Oh. Now this time fix, phase fix thing they've got just seems to work immediately. These IRs though that I recorded were done with Spectrasonics compressor, lightly with a 312 with 57, with basically recorded the way we normally record. So the phase should be correct, but it's a nice fixture. It's a nice feature for them to have it. Bluesy part on the intro. That's fun. I feel like I want a little bit more gain out of it. It's probably not what this is meant for, but it's nice for the blues. Nice. Loving it. Okay, so that was the Dallas. Having fun with the Dallas. Let's move on to, last but no means least, the V9. Do not know what this is. Oh, it's got super. This should be fun. I think this is going to be. Oh yeah. Total mid-range. Honk. Gain stage. Oh. Oh yeah. Wow. This just makes you want to be. Oh, that's nasty. That is just a nasty guitar sound. Thank you. Okay, so that's pretty tasty. What about with the boost? Oh, I'm loving that. All right, let's try our cabinets, shall we? Let's put those on. Looks like they've got greenbacks. 212 vintage 30 and a 412 greenbacks. Let's load some of ours. See what else. I'm gonna go, yeah, you guessed it. I'm gonna go to the 160 on this side, and I'm gonna go to the tone tubby on the other. These are two of my favorites, obviously I use every day. having any fun, am I? I mean, I'm really not enjoying this. This is so cool. So what I like about this is 3 very distinctly different sounding amps. Their cabinets, obviously, they've got a lot of choices, a lot of mid-range punch and everything. I went, you know, and used some of my own there just to kind of, I don't know, I love that. It's a sound I know and love. I know those cabinets well, and also know that recording chain well. So wow, whew, this is really a great toy. Thank you ever so much. I'm a big fan of Paul Reed Smith as a person. He came down to a session that I was doing with Tim Pierce playing guitar, and he came down and he gave Tim a guitar that he had built from his own reserve of wood. He was such a big fan of Tim's that he gave him this guitar. It was a really, really beautiful thing. He then stayed and hung out during the session for about 2 or 3 hours and taught guitars, taught music, huge fan of music, and was just a really, really great guy. So, quite selfishly, liking the man, when I heard the Waves were saying they were doing this, and then I got to hear it at NAMM, and now I get to use it, I'm all about it. I believe that this is comes from a place of total passion, people that believe really strongly in what they do and make it a really good product. And I'm glad that I selfishly have our own IRs now, that we're, you know, we've just got mine, we've got Cameron Webb's, we've got Bob Marlette's, so you can get Motorhead sounds, you can get Black Sabbath sounds, we've got Auric Wild, so you can have Static X and Pantera. All of these different guys have recorded all these incredible bands, plus thousands more. So it's really, really exciting. So this is just really, really wonderful. Very exciting. I want to shred. I just want to. Made a couple of bum notes there, but fan-bleeding-tastic. Thank you ever so much, Waves, for letting us get to use this. This is really exciting. There will be links and all kinds of fun stuff flying around. Thank you. Please check out all of our IRs. We have many. We're developing more. We're doing more stuff. So it's really exciting. This is a whole new world for me. I'm going to start peeling back the veil on this one and doing a lot more recording, using a combination of real amps and stuff like this. This is really wonderful. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing, and we'll see you all again very, very soon.